Alright, I know what all of my fans have been thinking. OldSillyStick, where are you? I need your Mario Party 6 board playthroughs so badly, and you didn't post one this Saturday, like you've done for the past 3 weeks. How could you? And then you'd all start crying. And by you, I mean all my fans, and say, it's okay, I am here now. OldSillyStick, back at it again. The Mario Party 6 board playthroughs. I think it's Snowflake Lake. Snowflake Lake. Let me check the audio. It's a ritual here. I'm not even really checking anything. Alright. Wanna learn? No. It be how it is. Have an urge to ride a hungry chain chomp? I do have an urge, alright. Steal stars in this frigid region. Okay. Looks good. You all know what it is. It's another classic OldSillyStick Mario Party 6 board playthrough. Oh yeah! Gonna get a hoya! Gonna get a hoya! Hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, I have to be first. That's another OldSillyStick tradition. Because of the glitch in the very first episode, I want to make sure that I'm always first. I also always say I want to hear the rules of the board, despite the fact that I can't read. I can read generally, but I can't read what they say. So again, what does it mean to read? To understand. Text. CPU? What does that mean? How am I supposed to know what it means? Oh, I'm just supposed to learn through use, but how other people use it? I don't freaking know. How do I learn how they use it? As a language work, you just go to a baby and say, Dada. Dada, and baby just starts saying Dada. And when baby says Dada when looking at Dada, Daddy nods his head and says, yep, you got it. He goes, dog. Baby goes, dog, while he's pointing to a cat. Dada and Mama gotta say, Then they gotta say cat. Baby says, cat. And pointing at the cat. They go, yeah, yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah. See, this is some real deep friggin' philosophy that we're getting into in the OldSillyStick Mario Party 6 board playthroughs. And what's even nicer, what's a real treat is, because I haven't been getting first, we get even more OldSillyStick action. Oh yeah. Dance party. Dance party. See, this is the thing. By the time you're watching this, I will no longer be doing the At least probably not. Unless I were to just do that a lot in the next few days. And yet somehow, despite the fact that we're doing it at different times, somehow, some way, by some spirit in the universe, we'll be having a dance party at the same time. If you do a dance party right now, except it's not really at the same time, but it is in spirit. Dance party, dance party. Let's sing some songs. It took 4 minutes and I'm already going to sing songs. Oh yeah, let's hear the rules again, I forget. Alright, thanks. Okay, but the rules of the board, you gotta steal stars. Yeah. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah. Get those 10 coins. You know what? I'm not feeling you guys. I think pulling out like Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. Ooh. Topical reference to something that happened several weeks ago. This will give a perspective on Time. Time. I really have no idea how long this will take. I have a 1 in 4 chance each time of getting first, so the odds are stacked against me. I guess on average, if I do it 4 times, then 1 out of 4 times I will be first. So I think this is the 4th time I've done it, so let's see if I get it. No! Alright. I mean, this is just how it is. Fair enough. I will get first. I will do this. And in the meantime... Oh, I watched Squid Game. That's kind of an interesting show. What is going on in South Korea? First, Parasite, along with all the other movies by that director, which are ultra-violent and tackle class warfare, financial anxiety. Now Squid Game. South Korea really has had a pretty big global cultural influence in the past 10 years or so, from what I've noticed. Especially with that K-pop that the kids listen to. Biggest band in the world right now is BTS. I only know one of their songs. Well, I know there's a song called Butter. I can't think of it though. But I know the song Fire because freshman year of college, the advisor to my major made all of the freshman majors in neuroscience go to a talent show, and he, along with some other students, performed the dance to BTS's Fire. He was a pretty cool guy. I do like him. Neuroscience at OSU is where it's at, if you actually are interested in neuroscience, which I discovered I wasn't, but if you are, it's a good program. I got to go on a bouncy house type contraption out in the South Oval. It was just for neuroscience majors. Why? I don't know. Just had the money and the budget to do it, so they wanted to do it. I don't have to tell you. Neuroscience. I don't know. I don't get the brain. I'm not a big fan of the brain. I'm not about the mind. I'm not about the brain, dog. This is pretty cool. Why do I not care about the brain? Wow. It's probably just as some are bigoted against non-scientific views. I think I probably am bigoted towards science. Just kind of sad, I guess. Why am I bigoted against science? I don't know. Everybody's bigoted against something, I guess. But why me and why science? I think I talked about this kind of in a... Oh! No. Hold on. I gotta keep focus of the game. There's a lot happening here. Yeah. Well, I guess in the case of the brain, I just... Like, one example, people always talk about dopamine. Whenever people talk about something. This gives me dopamine, or serotonin, that's what it does. That moment when your brain doesn't produce enough serotonin, and it shows somebody looking sad. I don't get it. I don't get the use of that kind of language. I guess it has this kind of physico-existential, hyper-corporeal, I don't know what to call it, sort of vibe. But if you're saying it gives you dopamine, just like it gives you pleasure, just say that gives you pleasure. I don't know. why people need to use that kind of... I mean, I guess in a laboratory, social institutional science sort of environment, you could try and use dopamine for explanatory efficacy, for predictability or something. So if somebody looks at a picture of a dog, you can look at their brain, and if their brain's making dopamine, you know they're happy. Or, well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say you know that they're happy. You know that they're getting pleasure by looking at the dog, if they're making dopamine or something. But the thing is, I can't just look inside of people's brains. So, I don't really get much use out of it. But that's okay, I guess. I'm willing to be a pluralist and let other people do what they do. I just realized the sun should be melting all this snow. Let's see. I think this is the one, you guys. It would have been funny if I got 1 when I said this is the one, but maybe in a way it's funnier that I got 2, which is 1 more than 1. I'm getting first. At this point, I don't even know if the glitch would matter, but I'm just so dedicated to being first. And I'm not cutting any of this out because nobody's watching this, so it doesn't matter. I'm not editing these videos. I don't care. Well, I care, but I don't care enough to edit them. Because at that point, it just takes too much time. La la la. If anybody is seriously watching this, I'll try and remember to put in the description to skip to the point at which I actually start the game. So if somebody reads the description before watching the video, they know when it actually starts. Alright, let's get that party started. But maybe it's kind of exciting to not know. To be watching this for the very first time. And to have the kind of surprise and unawareness that I have. I don't know when I'm gonna get this. Let's see. Nope. I have no idea. I am just going to keep doing this until I get first. And each time I have a 25% chance, so each time it is unlikely that I will get first. But I'll get it eventually. I guess that's an interesting thought. I mean, if you were to flip a coin an infinite amount of times, would it necessarily land on heads at some point? If it was infinite, if you did it an infinite amount of times, could it just be infinitely tails? I guess that's the start of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. In the end and throughout, the whole thing about flipping heads or tails. If you did it an infinite amount of times, if I did this infinitely, because each time it's 50-50, and so the odds could just be that each time in an infinite sequence of me trying to get first in Mario Party 6, I always get the 75% chance of not going first. There we go. Who says there's no such thing as divine providence? Oh yeah. Toad. Alright, 14 minutes in. We are starting the game. Hit that dice block. Oh yeah. I don't even know what I want to do. Let's see. What was that running down there? Oh, squirrels. Oh man. I should probably go up, because if I go there, I'm gonna line myself up to get my booty bit. So I'm going up. But it's really nice. The past couple weeks, I've been seeing all these squirrels on campus. I love squirrels. I love looking at squirrels. Squirrels, to use neurochemical vernacular, give me dopamine / serotonin. But I would say, well, that it's more than just give me pleasure. They really do give me happiness. to watch the squirrels, because they hop. They hop like you'd expect a bunny to hop. That's what the squirrels do. In fact, they're hopping in the game. They kind of hop around in the grass. And I get to watch them chasing each other. It's so fun. Sometimes I'll see 6 or more squirrels out on campus, out in the grass, around the trees. It's so fun. Alright. Nothing but stick, baby. Stick, stick, stick. Sticky. Language is very sticky. Once a term or a turn of phrase gets stuck, it gets stuck. What a phrase. That's a turn of phrase. Give me, come on. Take the letter. Oh, I got pretty lucky there. I'm going back home in in 12 hours. But I don't think I mentioned this. This is what time is it actually? I'm not even gonna look. I think it's sometime. Well, I just looked because because it's on my computer. I wasn't gonna check my phone. Is what I was gonna do. What I was not going to do. Alright, it's 1:52 a.m. So yeah, I guess in 12 hours, maybe around 1:52 p.m. I will be picked up by mon père. That's French for my dad. And I will be returning home. Oh yeah, let's do the happening. I don't even care about strategy. I don't freaking care about strategy. I've won all 3 of the games so far. I want to lose one for once. It's humbling to lose. Oh, okay, don't bump into people. Well, oh, but that's interesting because it could be a strategy to try and bump into your opponents to prevent them from getting coins. So it depends, do I care more about getting coins or more about my opponents not getting coins? That's that meta strategy. Which is really just strategy. Oh my gosh, he got 15 coins. Okay, since nobody is watching, this is something, I'll admit, I shouldn't even be saying this, but I think this is an important investigation. And it's gonna sound bad, I'm gonna ask the question, and you're gonna say, is he for real? But then I'm gonna start talking, and you're gonna say, okay, I think this is an important investigation into 21st century neoliberal, capitalist, bourgeois, patriarchal, Western, Anglo-American society, whatever that is. Okay. Why are teens so sexy? Hear me out. It has become increasingly apparent in the culture, especially in the past 10 years, that there are many men of particularly fame or fortune and so on who have had scandals of them hitting on teens. What is it about the teens that... Oh, I pressed Y, so I got lucky there that it didn't count that. Alright, back to talking about statutory rape. What is it that makes them so tempting? I saw a TikTok that was very interesting. TikTok usually isn't interesting, but this one was interesting to me. It was a TikTok. The TikToker was an adult film actress, I think is how they're referred to as. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause a lot and think about my strategies. I guess I'll go down. Because nobody's ahead of me. And that's what I want, is for somebody to be ahead of me. But the TikTok was... It was her, and she was 20 years old, and she was expressing to the pornography industry that she would like to do a video of her playing a 20-year-old. But the pornography industry was saying, no, you have to play an 18-year-old. And she said, why? I'm 20. And the pornography industry says, 18 years old is the more popular search. And it struck me that the sexiness of teens is in the sticking of the vocabulary of teenness itself. This is getting really freaking deep as we are playing Mario Party 6. Leap, whatever this minigame was. I didn't even look at the title. I'm not even caring about the game. I'm going into intellectual cyberspace, like that show Cyber Chase on PBS that was on in the mid-2000s. Had Gilbert Gottfried in it, as well as some other characters. It had 3 kids, had 2 girls, 1 guy. Guy had red hair, there's a black girl, and then a white girl with brown hair. And there's a computer. I think it was a female voice. Oh, this is another. I'll get back to the teen sexiness conversation. Don't worry about that. I want to say one thing about all this Siri stuff of technology having a voice and talking to you. Notice that it tends to be female. Now, one explanation for this is that we like to, and by we I mean probably men, but also maybe women. We like to command and feel master over women, and so when we have a feminine voice as a technology, we can feel master over it or something like that. I don't even freaking remember. It's like something about subservience. I read this somewhere. Who freaking knows? But I think another reason, another explanation, is that the male voice, the male robotic Siri, whatever, GPS or Google Translate, any kind of male voice like that, I don't even know what it's called, sounds like HAL 9000. And as soon as you hear a male voice, you think, I'm sorry, Dave. You know what I mean? Alright. But it's... Because the other thing, right? Because that TikTok of the adult film actors made me think about how several high school shows / movies, right, first of all, are very sexualized, because sex sells, baby. But think about this, the actors themselves are physically in their 20s. So think about this, right? This has layers. Alright, this show's gonna open your freaking mind. Look at that snowman. That's an adorable snowman. Look at those adorable penguins. Look at that freaking goofball in a snowball. Alright. So people are trained to associate eroticism with the teenagers, but they are teens in name only. You see, I shouldn't even say this, but you know what? I'm gonna freaking say it. I tried to read Lolita. I read like 50 pages of it or something. It is alright. I didn't like that he kept using all those French phrases. I know actually, one thing that really bothered me about Lolita was, for a while, the character Humbert keeps saying how attractive he is. One of his points is, and don't think that I just like little girls because I can't get grown adult women to like me because I am a very handsome man. I don't think I've ever played this minigame before, and this is considered one of the best. And for a while, because he just goes on and on, I have movie star looks, and I thought it was kind of funny, because I imagined that it was an unreliable narrator saying, oh, I'm really sexy, but really he wasn't sexy, and that made me laugh. But then I think at some point, I stopped reading the book when he got a letter from the mom saying, oh, you actually are really sexy, because then I thought, oh, that's actually not as funny. I think it'd be funny if Humbert kept saying how sexy he was, but he really wasn't sexy. But I guess it's a good lesson that even attractive people can be pedophiles, or more specifically, thebophiles. Okay, but anyways, when I read that book, when I read the first, I was looking at it, and I was like, are they actually sexy? Are nymphets really attractive? Because you read in the book, I mean, he seems to think so. He's super into him, so I'm like, well, look, is there something I'm missing? Oh, there's some other stuff I have to say about blonde girls and Asians, too, on the same subject. But let me get back to the... that 12-year-old girl. But then, like, this is my problem with that book. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I like reading books that that are about me, basically. I don't relate to being attracted to 12-year-old girls, to be honest. Because I don't know. I mean, you look at them. Because in the book, I mean, you gotta admit, like, say what you will about Vladimir Nabokov, like, he does make 12-year-old girls sound pretty good. But then when you look out into the world, don't think, but look. As Wittgenstein would say, I'm looking around. I have to say one thing. I have never read Philosophical Investigations. I've only read Kripke's book on Wittgenstein. I read it twice, actually. Humble brag. Not humble brag. I don't know. I don't know if that's humble or arrogant brag. But anyways, I look out into the world. 12-year-old's kind of ugly. If I'm being honest, I don't think anybody is really attractive at 13 years old. And that's okay. It happens. But yeah, I was looking... I mean, I wasn't searching the map or anything. But if you're ever just out and about, look at 13-year-olds, or 13-year-old boys, or 13-year-olds of any gender, or sex, or whatnot. They're not that sexy. I gotta be honest. Because this is, oh my gosh, and this is the thing that really, this is illusion. Ill is in the sense of sick, because there's a great sickness, a great lie being told, being pushed by society. What is this lie? What is this illusion, OldSillyStick? I will tell you, dear friend. It is, I think it begins with a kind of Hobbesian tale, or a Freudian tale, that society is just about repression. That it's very Catholic, and this is why the Catholic priests liked to molest the little boys. This is really interesting, because what does Catholicism say? It says we're all wicked and wretched, and we desire horrible things. We're evil. Where's Toadette? But believing in God keeps us in line. That if God did not exist, everything, aka doing bad things, would be permitted. This idea that if God's law were not commanding us to be good, we would not want to do good. And so, what is the meaning of this? It means that we want to do bad things. You think, oh, wait a minute. What I really want to do, based on this story, is molest little boys. And the only reason I can't is because of the law. And so then, it's this, it's this, and this is such an American thing too, it's this kind of puritanical heathenism of like, oh, I'm so tempted, I want to, but I can't, but I really do deep down. Oh, we get to play a minigame. And it's that makes, I don't know if any of this makes sense. There's something going on here. Oh, what? What are we doing? Oh, Snowball. Ah, because it's night. What turn is it, by the way? I've been talking about so much. I'm losing track. I'm definitely going to get canceled for whatever I'm saying here, or get taken down off of YouTube. What have I been talking about? What was the last thing that I just said? Oh yeah, pedophiles. Okay. Oh yeah, 13-year-olds aren't sexy, but I think what makes, oh my gosh, I gotta talk about underage drinking. I mean, isn't it interesting that in America, the drinking age is 21. But in Europe, it's like 18 or 16 or whatever. And frankly, you probably drink way earlier. And who is it that is more responsible in drinking? It's the Europeans. Underage drinking, despite the fact that we make, I don't know why I want to keep pinning up, we make the law super high, it somehow almost incentivizes us to do even more because we're breaking the law. I mean, if marijuana was legalized, I think people would say, you know what, this stuff isn't even that good. I mean, people drink the most probably between the ages of 18 and 21. There's so many. I've definitely gone over 5 turns or whatever. You know what? I feel pretty freaking confident. Let's go to turn 11 or something. Let's do a big freaking video, because most of this, I don't even care. I don't even want to stop. I'm going on so many rolls. What am I doing here? Who's around? Nobody's in front, so I'll go up. I'm not even looking where I land. Alright. What was I just talking about? Oh, underage drinking. I don't know, I think it's like pretty much it. But it's... I mean, what does a minimum... What does an age of consent say? Well, here's my real thing, before I get canceled. I think age of consent should be dynamic, rather than static, aka fixed. What do I mean by this? Well, think about this. If the age, and by the way, the age of consent in America, and this is what I was getting at. Okay. Age of consent in other countries, I think it's like 16 or something, usually. But in America, it's 18. And also, we have way more creepy old guys hitting on teenage girls in this country. So on the one hand, our laws are stricter, which makes it seem like, I don't even know what it is. I'm getting lost in my own thought. It's so bizarre with the drinking age being stricter and age of consent being stricter, and then because we put them higher, there's this temptation to transgress the law or to do the taboo thing or something. I don't know, this is what I'm getting at, like having an interest in teenage girls, adult men having an interest. It's particularly that, of course. There's probably also some adult women who like the teenagers. There was some show about student-teacher relationship on Hulu that I didn't watch that did the kind of the Graduate style, older woman, younger boy. That was legal though in the Graduate. Still weird, but by the way, one of the funniest SNL videos I've ever seen is The Teacher, which is a parody of that show. That video is hilarious, with the exception of the Kristen Wiig part, which is not very funny. Stop watching the video at that point. But everything else before that's hilarious. I actually kind of want to watch it after I'm done doing it. Okay, what have I been talking about? Age of consent, teens. Oh, yeah, this is a thing. I don't know if this is just me, but because I have my desire, as people do. But then, when I find out that other people desire something or like something, I think to myself, should I like that thing too? For example, I am a white man. And a white man of a particular, shall we say, nerdy and or geeky disposition. I don't know if it's a disposition, maybe a habit. I don't even know what a disposition is anymore. But anyways, and a lot of us of our kind have a fetish for Asian girls. Also, libertarians really like Asians for some reason. I'm not a libertarian though. But anyways, I mean, I've been looking at them because I think, wow, people who are like me like this thing. So maybe I would like it? Question mark. So I look around, I look out in the world at them. Because here's the thing. Look, if Asian girls had a second vagina or something, I would be like, alright, for sure. Asian chicks all the way. I was about to make a really... I was about to make a bad joke. Future me knows what it is. It's a pun. It's pretty obvious, but anyways, I'm not gonna do that because there's a time when I had Asian friends and we would make many jokes about race, about all the races with my Asian and Arab friends in high school. But I can't make those racist jokes anymore. It's not the same. It's not the right environment. Not here, not now. Anyways, I don't see what's so special about Asian girls. I look at them, they don't have any special body parts. It's not like they have 4 arms. They had 4 arms, not forearms. Of course, many girls have 4 arms, but 4 is in the number 4. I need to munch some people. Where'd I go here? That would put me right in front of it. But... oh, I don't even know what that is. She's right there. Can I get that? I don't know what that is. Where would I even land? But yeah, anyways, I think what's going on... the fantasy is imposed on the actual corporeal East Asian woman. I think it's a fantasy from anime or certain kinds of pornography. But I never really got into it. I don't know, I look at Asian girls and I'm like, I feel like as a generic cracker, I should like them more than I do. Because there's so many. Oh, I didn't even see this. Ooh. Ooh. I'll do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not against them or anything. I just don't see what the big deal is, to be honest. It's no offense, Asian girls. I don't see why so many of we pseudo-intellectual cracker boys are so India. I don't get it. Also, last time I tried to figure out what button does the taunting. I already forgot. I don't know if it was the I think it's the triggers. I don't know. But anyways, same thing with blonde girls. I guess... I don't know. I mean, it's a trend I've noticed in the past few years that a lot of college girls dye their hair blonde. And I thought that was very strange because I thought the whole idea... because I mean, I had kind of heard somewhere that men preferred blonde girls. But if you ask men over 50... I don't know, if you ever heard men over 50 talking about blondes or something, they seem to really like blondes. I never got that. I don't get the thing with blonde girls. But I guess it's still a thing. Particularly of a certain... some males... oh, I guess I'm assuming that girls are dyeing their hair blonde based on a male standard. I don't give a fuck. I don't know, they might be, they might not be. I don't know. But anyways... I guess that's a thing, because I was seeing a bunch... when I went on TikTok for a little bit, some months ago, there are all these TikToks of girls saying that college frat guys or college athletes or something really just only dated blonde girls or something. So I guess there are guys that really do fetishize blonde girls. I don't get it though. I look at them, I say, I don't know why. There's a kind of character. This is good stuff. Objectification cares about the personality, but it's a contrived, almost characterized. It's sort of limiting or a boxed-in kind of person. Like the idea of a blonde. That blondes have more fun, which as a blonde myself, of course, I have way more fun than all you non-blondes. I guess I'm playing Mario Party 6, and you know you're gonna have fun while playing Mario Party 6. I might just do this whole thing as one video, honestly. Oh, I haven't done the jumping yet. Alright, thanks, like, too. So I'm not used to doing that. This is pretty tough. I prefer shooting. Now that I do have in common with the generic young white male of today, I prefer shooting. See, that's the... Ooh, have I talked about my racial humor thing? I think I've talked about the accent. Well, this is the thing. There's a lot of, in race discourse, talk about how, in white fragility, so to speak, people of color are far more comfortable about having discussions on the subject of race than white people are. But I think as well, and I'm generalizing, I think that people of color are also more comfortable with race humor than at least liberal bourgeois, I don't know, college-educated kind of liberal, the kinds of white people that that know what neoliberal means, or that read White Fragility. The kinds of white people that read White Fragility. Oh, damn. I don't even remember how I started that sentence. But I think that people of color are more comfortable with racial humor than whites are. I think think that's sad. I think if we're gonna talk about race can't always be a serious, sad, dramatic thing that we talk about. I think at least in some cases, there needs to be a theory for how race humor should be practiced in society. And one thing, I think one way to do it is, especially as a whitey, I do not bring up another person's race. In fact, I don't even really bring up race unless the person I'm talking to brings up race. In which case, when it's on the table, I'll talk about it. But I think, specifically, you can't... So let's say hypothetically you're talking to a Puerto Rican. Why? I don't know. I'm not even sure if do I know any Puerto Ricans? I guess I've probably met a Puerto Rican in my life. At least at some point. But I don't know if I know any. But let's say that I did. I'm not gonna bring up the fact that they're Puerto Rican or make jokes about it. But if they're the kind of person who likes race humor, at some point, make some joke about being Puerto Rican. Or jokes about Puerto Ricans or something. Like, at some point, I might. But here's the real thing. Good race humor relations, when people are joking about race and stuff, is... It's making fun of your own race that's funny. It's like, as a whitey cracker, I try to make jokes about wheat crackers. That's my hand to play in the race comedy melting pot. And then it's up to other people to make the best joke about their own race. I think that's what race humor should look like. This is such a fascinating episode. What was I... Oh yeah, teens are sexy. Have I said everything I want to say on that? I think I've said everything I don't even know. What am I doing? Attack, head, punch, and kick. What's the advice? Oh, alright. Go for the head. Just like that one Avengers movie. Toad has such freaking swag. Toad has swag. It's true. He really do. Hey, Toad got swag. Baller. I'm a G. You know me. Can't you see? Wow, we. I'm a baller. It's not very easy being a baller. When you're a baller, the world feels smaller compared to your massive cock. I'm just kidding. You can be a baller without a penis. It's okay. I'll give you permission. 33 points. Oh yeah. Toad in the house. Toad in the house. That's my big rant. I might... Let's call this an episode. I don't even know what this is. But 45 minutes for a video, I think is good enough. Oh, perfecto. Perfecto, perfecto, perfecto. Alright. So, I'm gonna quit. And because it's saved. Yes, I really want to quit. Alright. This, oh my god. I really don't even know what this episode is. Mario Party 6 board playthrough has really taken a turn. Wow, I am really fascinated at how the next episode's going to turn out. See you guys in the next one.